Ну что, еще раз всем добрый день. Огромное спасибо нашей студии аналитики. Давайте им поаплодируем. Ребята, красавчики. Ну что, начинается самое интересное. Начинается, ну я думаю, не скривлю душу, если скажу, матч дня. Игра, ради которой мы все сюда собрались. Да, потом еще будет играть Альянс Ньюби. Это, конечно, тоже круто, но не так, как здесь. Здесь у нас будет повторение невероятного, уже, можно сказать, дерби. Vitrus Pro против Complexity играли, вы помните, на International в 2015 году. Вы помните ту невероятную игру, которую выигрывали Complexity, просто каким-то чудесным образом перевернули Vitrus Pro и, соответственно, попали в топ-6. Вы помните, как злы были Complexity, как они потом, собственно, отвечали Vitrus Pro на Dota Pit. Собственно, это rivalry набирает обороты. И вы видели предматчевое интервью, Кайл Свиндлс, капитан команды Complexity, сказал, что мы бы не были истинными американцами, если бы не хотели приехать сюда, в Москву, и выиграть у российской команды здесь, которая нас обидела в Америке. Поэтому это будет очень, очень круто. Давайте, я надеюсь, здесь будет невероятно весело. И я надеюсь, команды будут полностью ощущать вашу поддержку. Ну а сейчас они будут выходить на сцену. И первыми на сцену выйдут, я думаю, ваши любимчики. Команда, у которой просто огромнейшее количество фанатов здесь, да? Давайте без лишних слов. Прошу любить и жаловать. Vitrus Pro!
Vitrus Pro.
Ну а теперь еще раз, так, чтобы услышал весь мир, Vitrus Pro! Ну и против них на эту сцену сейчас выйдет команда, с которой, как я уже сказал, у них давняя дружба, скажем так. Команда, которая довольно сенсационно ворвалась в мировую доту-сцену на прошлом интернешнале. Команда, которая на прошедшем шанхайском мейджоре вообще ошарашила весь мир и вышла в топ-6. Команда, которая очень-очень хочет переиграть конкретно Vitrus Pro и не только их на этом турнире. Давайте встретим наших гостей. Complexity! вас ваши аплодисменты Complexity! Ну что, поехали, guys, please shake your hands and let's play some Dota! Если вдруг ваши соседи, ваши друзья, ваши близкие не смотрят сейчас эту трансляцию, если вы где-то находитесь в холле Крокус Сити Холла, все бегом сюда, все бегом бросаем ссылочку на трансляцию всем своим друзьям, потому что сейчас будет что-то невероятное и эпичное. Игра начнется через 5 минут, а более детально про эту игру вам, конечно же, расскажут наши англоязычные и русскоязычные студии аналитики. Back to you, Paul, и слово вам, Иван.
Thanks very much. Villa on the main stage there with the introductions of the two teams. And I think their intro game is on point. How's the panel's intro game, though?
Just want to play Dota.
Yeah.
Can we get into the game already? No, I think there's crosses on the floor there somewhere, but I think that when you get into the stadium, and this is for both teams the first time that they walk up here, right?
Yeah.
So you don't look at the floor; you're looking at the amazing crowd around you. So
of course, yeah.
Swindle's
stopping a little bit short there. He gets told, "No, you're over there." And he's like, "Oh, okay then." Yeah, I don't think we'll see that kind of disorganisation once they get to the game then. Gods, we talked a little bit about draft and tactics and strategy. We're almost there now. We're almost going to get into the draft. Obviously, a few minutes away from these guys settling into their booths. What do they go through? What does a player go through when they drop into the booth like now, having had all this fanfare and faff and stuff they don't care about and don't want to be distracted? How do they put all that out of their mind and get into the? I mean, I think the first thing they feel must be relief, isn't it?
Yeah, they just want to be in their chairs, getting ready, prepared for the game. And Swindles is really good about getting his team focused and in the right mindset. They always group up, they do their huddle up, they do their little chants, and this is like just part of like their routine almost to get them all on the same page, completely centered around the game at hand. And for them, it's all about blocking out the crowd. For VP, it's probably a bit different. They want to embrace it. They want to try and pump themselves up and use the crowd to
almost
their
want to
advantage.
take the windows out.
Yeah.
It's like, yes, we want to hear everything. Yeah, Blitz, from your point of view, what the same, you know, Gods has talked about how Complexity deal with that. How does FNG and the boys deal with that? All this crowd and the loudness and, you know, Russia, home soil, all that sort of stuff. Because although they've got to embrace that and they want the crowd to get behind them, they've also got to block it out as well.
Yeah, I think that's the exact approach that you take, same as Complexity. You try not to focus on it too much, because if you let it, then the pressure of the crowd can also get to you, because these guys, they came here to see you win. There are a lot of people, a lot of friends, family. You don't want to disappoint them, but you can't really think about that, because then it'll color your game plan, it'll make things a little bit awkward for you. Get in the zone as fast as you possibly can. Talking
of being in the zone, let's get in the zone right now, because the draft is ready. So let's drop you into that for game one between Vitrus Pro and Complexity. Draft-wise, I want to take you guys back to 2 days ago to Group B, and Vitrus Pro drafted Earth Spirit, Faceless Void, Disruptor, Ursa, and Tinker, and it's by far and away their most impressive game at the tournament so far. How much of that are they going to be allowed to draft, do you think?
Earth Spirit has actually slipped through, and that's one of Nofear's best heroes. The hero itself has been over 80% win rate at this tournament, and I think has somewhat gone underrated because it keeps getting nerfed again and again, but the hero still does effectively the same thing. If you can land your spells, you're just as much as a beast as you used to be. So
interesting that they had the chance to take it first pick, didn't?
Yeah,
on a more standard route with Lion.
They're not worried about Complexity taking it. It's maybe more like they can pick it second, or they can even pick it in the third or fourth pick if it's still in the pool. So I don't think it's like a must first pick type of hero, but something that definitely FNG will have on his mind.
It will be interesting to see what Swindles is going to play as his Darkseer, indeed. We talked about it before a little
we
bit.
talked about it, didn't we?
It got removed this
They banned
time.
it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They won't pick it up for themselves either, so...
Looks like he's playing Doom. He had a really bad Doom game the other day where he was like 0-3 in the first 5 minutes of the game. He did not look comfortable at all, so...
They've also played Doom on Z-Freak, though, so they've played 3 Doom games so far. 2 on Swindles, where he won one, lost one. And like Z-Freak played one, and they did lose that one, though. Unfortunately for them. What could go together with a Doom? Because a Doom is one of those heroes that you don't know what's gonna do.
Support, handskin,
Oh,
zero.
but that is such a deny as well. A lower dance.
Blitz actually called that, but didn't get a chance
I didn't want to say anything.
to call
I knew
it.
that
I
Doom-
see you hovering over it.
He did call, he called that one.
Yeah, I knew Doom Disruptor would be first 2 picks for complexity. The Doom pick, I think, is by far the more obvious one. Doom is a hero that everyone is considering tier 1. If you
10 seconds remain. 5 seconds remain. Dire crew ban. Ten seconds remain. 5 seconds remain. Radiant crew ban. Ten seconds remain. 5 seconds remain. Reserve time. Dire crew ban. Ten seconds remain. 5 seconds remain. Reserve time. Dire crew pick. Ten seconds remain. 5 seconds remain. Reserve time. Radiant crew pick. Ten seconds remain. 5 seconds remain. Reserve time. Dire crew pick. Ten seconds remain. 5 seconds remain. Reserve time. Clinks. Radiant crew ban. Seconds remain. 5 seconds remain. Reserve time. Dire crew ban. Seconds remain. 5 seconds remain. Reserve time. Radiant crew pick. Seconds remain. 5 seconds remain. Reserve time. Seconds remain. 5 seconds remain.
That's right. We're two men who are very confident in our decisions and never flip-flop whatsoever. I've got my co-caster Purge, who knows what this series is going to be all about.
I was
what are
right
your
last
thoughts?
series, so I mean, clearly I know everything, right?
Seconds remain.
I actually don't know about this one though.
Yeah.
I mean, both drafts are very good. They have components that are strong. Complexity's lineup has Phoenix, so they should be able to get a lot of ganks off all over the map. Great team fight as well. And the enemy heroes draft, they have Slardar plus Clinks, which is just so much minus armor that they're going to be able to blow up a lot of enemy heroes. So I see a lot of value in both drafts.
All right, fair enough. I think I'm a little bit more of a fan of the Phoenix backed up by the Dragon Knight and Lone Druid. You know, Lone Druid versus Slardar, there are some issues there, but I think still, overall, being able to just charge through the high ground, I think that is oftentimes the biggest mistake that we're seeing right now is that teams end up losing a bit of ground when they try and go high ground, and with a lineup like that, you'll definitely have a lot easier time.
Yeah, so either they have to get a lot of kills in the early game, that way the minus armor strat doesn't kill their bear and their other core heroes due to Ice Blast on top of that, or they get the Purge creep on Doom and he removes amplify damage repeatedly from the bear. Maybe some solution like that is a possibility, but Complexity's teamfight is definitely better, but VP's solo kill potential is way higher, so if they move around the fights really well, they're going to be able to get a lot of kills, and hopefully Disruptor isn't able to punish that in return.
Who's the key hero for you to look out for?
I'm going to say Disruptor for Complexity, for sure.
Okay.
So I think Phoenix does Phoenix things, pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
And it's going to come down to him punishing. And for VP, probably going to say Slardar, I think. He's got to do the one, well, Puck Initiate as well, I guess. But
Yeah.
you're going to need a stun on somebody to set up the A ulti in a lot of cases. So either Slardar or Lion. I guess they just have more options for initiating. It definitely looks a little safer for them taking fights.
Yeah, for me, I want to see G. Like, I think G just needs to go off in this game in order for VP to be able to take it. Otherwise, I think the high ground potential of Complexity is going to be a bit tough to deal with. But we'll see. It's definitely going to be, I think, a pretty, well, Virtus Pro want this to, I think, be a pretty fast-paced game. Maybe some early rotations from Aloha Dance on the line. He is oftentimes, I think, one of the rocks of Virtus Pro that he always does well, whether he's playing support or core. As he is doing.
He does. He plays so efficient, super fast. Very rarely misses any spells. They're ready to fight a top rune. They've got Chilling Touch with Ancient Apparition, so very low chance of Complexity messing with this.
Yeah, it looks like they were just posing, and just in case Virtus Pro did try and go some sort of bottom lane maneuver.
The battle
What are these
begins.
things? Okay, they put a sentry down to scout the high ground.
Yeah.
Does this actually block? Yeah, it does block. Okay.
Yeah.
You notice that, so no camp there. That's going to buy him a lot of time, actually. It's good that he was standing there, because now he can walk all the way to the jungle, start there, and save 30 seconds.
Yeah, he's not even going to try, like you maybe see other offlaners try and go for the hard camp that is actually farther up in lane, but he's not going to try and go into the dire jungle. Most good teams will actually body block that one, so he's going to go right back to his own jungle, ensure himself a good creep before he heads on back.
And Hanskin's going to do his best, his own slaughter all game here. And if he can do that, it'll really delay where VP can initiate, because they need blinking on both of their heroes here.
FNG, able to utilize the crush. This is the thing about Slardar is that the early start, you're able to just kind of spam out crush because you've got an okay mana pool, especially since the buff to all heroes across the board.
So that's why he casted it, right? Because then it pushes the lane.
Yeah. He's able to just get CS, I think. Like, the biggest thing for me is always, like, being able to secure the range creep as a starter, because you need that level 2 to get that mobility aspect in. So I'm always willing to, like, just throw down a crush in order to get some CS and give myself the experience necessary. And if it pushes in the wave against a dual lane, I don't think that's the worst thing in the world.
And this way, a little bit better if he has more creeps in his opponent and he fights near the creep wave. There's a chance that he could kill a support. And he's going to mess up VP cooldown without him pushing anyway. So he just does it. And might be able to get Hanson.
Yeah, he's actually taking a lot of damage here.
Oh, he missed an attack. That's a huge mistake.
Oh no, FNG is also going to be Savage Roared back, so it looks like even if he did get that attack, wouldn't see the same kind of opportunity. Still hoping to be able to take out the healing salve, but not quite able to. And in the end, FNG just created himself a little bit of space. Meanwhile, Swindles, well, he looks like he started off a really good creep. He actually got the Dark Troll Warlock, which is normally not one that you want for laning phase, but if you're doing full-time jungling, the skeletons can help you out immensely.
Yeah, they really increase your DPS by a lot. And he's doing the highest skill thing ever. He's Iron Taloning neutral creep. But it does increase your farm level a lot. And a lot of offlane Dooms recently have been having some trouble staying in lane, Swindles included. So if he just grabs this item, he's going to be a lot more farm than most Dooms normally are.
Yeah, and we may see him head back to the top lane as the lane has begun to start pushing out. You don't want to leave a Clinks of all heroes against an unprotected tier 1 tower. With the searing arrows, he could very quickly start chipping that one away.
And he did TP back to this lane, but mostly because it was his last bit of guaranteed experience. 2 range creeps. He missed 1, but with the single creep, range and melee, he got almost half of a level there. It's pretty worth it considering you're trending a TP for that. So he's quite leveled compared to a normal Doom is going to be.
Now here's a potential early rotation that we brought up early on for Virtus Pro. They're bringing the Ancient Apparition along for this one. They want to try and catch out Limp. Naturally a Dragon Knight kind of far forward, but that Radiant high ground being a bit hard to penetrate. You just have to hope that Limp plays a little bit farther to the left, but Limp, being the smart mid laner that he is, plays much farther to the right-hand side.